Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar. Earlier today, I saw something, and it really just opened my eyes as to how incompetent some actual organizations can be. Now, Twitchcon's been going on in San Diego, and I haven't been keeping up with much of it because, to be real with you, I've been really busy with a lot of stuff going on. But when I saw this, it really taught me that maybe I do put a lot of effort into basically trying to be as a professional as I can, okay? In real life, you gotta be professional. You gotta be an adult, okay? All right, now if it's one thing I know about North America is we love a good old lawsuit in this side of the world, okay? So anytime you fuck up, oh, you're getting sued, baby. All right, and if you're in the wrong, well, prepare to get sued even harder. Now, ladies and gentlemen, TwitchCon's been going on, and in TwitchCon, they've been having like a bunch of like booths, if you will. One of the booths was running like a pit, a little, I guess you could say foam pit, ball pit, whatever. You know, when you were kids, you jump into the ball pit and you're like, whoa, this is real fun. Of course, at Twitch, they decided to recreate this, and of course, it became one of the most, like, lawsuit-generating machines imaginable. Now, this in question is the pit, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, it's literally lined up right to the ground. Normally, a ball pit is supposed to be, like, at least 8 feet deep, okay? It's supposed to be, like, as safe as possible. This was not 8 feet deep. Now, below this is unpadded concrete, and you see these little foam bricks. Some of you might be like, but Muda, they might prevent me from dying if I jump onto this. No, you're still gonna break your back because the foam padding here is definitely not going to break the fall, okay? And with how some of these people are preparing to jump, all right, it's going to hurt. Now let's actually watch this in action. Let's see this going on. Let's try to process what we're trying to see here. Now, of course, as you can see, this streamer jumps down, and at this moment, they fucked up pretty hard. Now, of course, people are like, are you good? She herself is saying no. You know why? Because her back is broken. From what I understand, this woman actually needed like a metal rod in the back. Like they were sent to surgery after falling straight up on concrete. Now, of course, they're trying to actually get back up, and it's not happening. She is gone. You can literally see as they're removing all the balls, that pit is just not deep at all. Now, I don't know who thought this was a good idea. Now, obviously, I don't think this is Twitch TV running this ball pit. Surely they can't be that fucking incompetent. So I actually had to look deeper into the entire thing. We had to do a little bit of research. Now, you might not be able to see it clearly, but there's two sponsors in this situation. You've got Intel and Legion. What's making this even worse is from somebody who did attend TwitchCon, they confirmed talking to the staffers that it was actually Intel and Lenovo running this together. Now, I get that Intel can't make a processor to save their goddamn life these days, but I think making a ball pit is definitely a possibility. It should be easy for a multi-billion-dollar company. Also, the booth got closed at noon because people were just absolutely breaking their bones, and Twitch was not willing to split 50-50 on hospital bills, I'm pretty sure. Now, of course, this streamer, later I found out, was Adriana Chechik. I thought this was a, Russian streamer, if you will. Like, it flew all over because of the whole last name. Kind of sounded like that, but then I found out when I Googled them, I didn't have Google Safe Search on, and that's all I'm going to say at that point. Now, I believe after this scenario, they would have just shut the whole pit down, but it seems like another user also dislocated their body parts in this as well, too. So here's one streamer who jumped into the pit and then ended up with a dislocated knee. Now, if you look closely at this, what's really baffling is when I actually zoomed into this a little bit closer, you can see that somebody just wrote first aid on construction paper and threw that shit up in this room. Now, I'm just going to say it like this, all right? It's... Ooh, nobody really gave too much of a shit about this. Now, I don't know whether the foam was rock goddamn hard, or, again, the pit obviously wasn't designed with the best of intentions. Now, there's been a lot of people who've said, oh, but Muda, they signed a waiver to do this. Now, I'm not a legal professional by any imaginations, okay? I'm just a fat guy on the internet. But even I know, speaking to a few lawyers myself, that waivers, depending on how they're worded, can be jokes, if you will. And if you have a halfway decent lawyer, which I hopefully assume that most of these people can afford, even after Twitch's 50-50 pay cut, then they should be able to at least sue this venue for a good amount of money. And I would absolutely say it. Listen, if you're getting metal rods put into your goddamn back or dislocated body parts, then yeah, I would say that you might be entitled to some money. You ever drive by the highway and just see personal injury lawyer, Better Call Saul? Yeah, those people are going to be lining up like fucking moths to a flame when they see this shit. Now, I would also say that there's a bit of a personal responsibility in the situation. Obviously, it doesn't take a Nobel laureate to see that that pit was maybe like 6 inches deep and the foam was bought on wish.com. So maybe, just maybe, all right, if you cared about your own body, you probably shouldn't have jumped in that to begin with. But ladies and gentlemen, here at Some Ordinary Gamers, we're not all about victim shaming over here. You know, honestly, Twitch being Twitch, a big ass venue, you know, Twitch is not an indie company. This is a big subsidiary owned by Amazon.com. And if somebody just couldn't check if the ball pit, the foam pit was actually of regulation, then maybe this all could have been avoided. I don't know what's more baffling, whether somebody actually had to be injured, or they just let them all become lemmings and constantly get injured moment after moment. I'm a little surprised at TwitchCon, to be honest with you, but I wanted to share this because never in my life have I seen something absolutely this incompetent at this high of a level, especially when this is something that you would see at shit like DashCon, okay? Or like fucking FurryCon, or Rainforest, alright? Something mismanaged like that. But of course, Twitch comes up over here, hey, maybe the whole financial strain shit actually does make a lot of sense. If they can't get a ball pit right, I'm sure there's not a whole lot of stuff going on right anywhere else. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and I'm out.